Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless preview video for the week of February 23rd, 27 reveals that Matt Clark will score his freedom and set off another Newman crisis. Phyllis Summers will also blow her top once a betrayal hits hard, so let's talk about what's in store. YNR's weekly promo kicks off with Phyllis barging in on Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s conversation with Tessa Porter at Crimson Lights. Daniel Romalotti Jr. I will never ever forgive you for this, Phyllis declares in the preview video. Viewers will recall that Kane Ashby had a conversation with Daniel about a plan to save Phyllis from herself. Kane was hopeful that with Daniel as an ally, they could get the upper hand and try to help Lily Winters along with the twins. Whatever Kane and Daniel do next will clearly leave Phyllis furious. Will Phyllis lose control of the Newman Empire or just be angry with Daniel for trying to destroy her dream? Next, Devon Winters and Nate Hastings will talk to Abby Winters about a lead on what might have happened to Lily. It'll leave Nate and Devon thinking they should go check it out. Abby will understand why Devon and Nate want to look into this, so she'll push them to go and do whatever it takes to keep the family safe. At the Newman Ranch, there'll be some talk about Matt going free. Nikki Newman, Victor Newman, and Nick Newman will all discuss this alarming Matt news. Victor will admit that after Matt was released, he took off. Nick will fume as he realizes they're right back where they started when it comes to not having Matt under control. That means he could be anywhere. He could be on this ranch. How is this happening again? Nick demands to know in YNR's weekly preview video. Victor will assure Nick that they won't let any more harm come to the Newmans, but Nick will still worry since Matt is such a wild card. Nick may vow to take matters into his own hands and find Matt before he can hurt anyone else. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Nick and Adam Newman will end up on a Matt-related mission down the road, so stay tuned for all the excitement. The week of February 23rd through the 27th in The Young and the Restless promises a whirlwind of betrayal, tension, and family drama that could shake Genoa City to its core. From shocking betrayals to frantic searches, every character is teetering on the edge, and nothing and no one will be safe from the chaos about to unfold. Our story begins in the warm, dim glow of Crimson Lights coffee, where an already tense atmosphere ignites into fury. Phyllis Summers storms into the cafe, her eyes blazing with anger as she finds Daniel Romalotti Jr. talking with Tessa Porter. The camera lingers on Phyllis's trembling hands, her voice breaking with both rage and disbelief as she declares, Daniel Romalotti Jr., I will never ever forgive you for this. The betrayal cuts deep, leaving the audience hanging on every word, sensing the storm about to hit the Newman Empire. Behind the scenes, Kane Ashby has been quietly plotting. He had approached Daniel earlier with a plan, a delicate strategy to save Phyllis from herself and ultimately to protect Lily Winters and the twins. Kane's hope was fragile but sincere. With Daniel on their side, maybe they could gain some leverage, a small measure of control in the midst of the chaos. Yet, the path they've chosen is perilous, and the consequences are rippling faster than anyone could anticipate. Phyllis's fury isn't just about Daniel's actions, it's about the betrayal that threatens to unravel everything she's built. Will this plan cost her control of the Newman Empire entirely, or will it merely ignite her wrath at Daniel for daring to challenge her dream? Meanwhile, across town, Devon Winters and Nate Hastings are quietly strategizing about Lily's disappearance. The weight of the unknown presses down on them as they discuss a potential lead, the faintest glimmer of hope in what feels like an impossible situation. Devon's eyes betray a storm of worry as he turns to Nate, both men silently acknowledging that they cannot sit idly by. Abby Winters enters the conversation, sensing the urgency and understanding the stakes. With a firm yet tender resolve, she encourages them to follow the lead, to do whatever it takes to ensure the family's safety. The moment is charged with a quiet intensity, a reminder of the fragile balance between hope and fear that defines the Winters family. As the tension escalates, the scene shifts to the grandeur of the Newman Ranch, where whispers of another crisis ripple through the air. The news hits like a thunderclap. Matt Clark has scored his freedom. Nicky Newman, Victor Newman, and Nick Newman gather, their faces etched with alarm. Victor, the seasoned patriarch, tries to steady the room, but even his voice carries the weight of unease. He admits that after Matt's release, he vanished, a ghost with the power to strike at any moment. Nick's frustration boils over, a mixture of anger, fear, and helplessness. That means he could be anywhere. He could be on this ranch. How is this happening again? He demands. His words sharp, his hands clenched as the camera captures the sheer intensity of his panic. Victor attempts reassurance, promising that the family will not fall victim to Matt's schemes again, but Nick's mind races. He knows the danger Matt represents, the unpredictability, the wild card that could shatter lives in an instant. In a quiet, almost private moment, Nick resolves to take matters into his own hands, determined to track Matt down before another tragedy can strike. The tension between the Newmans and Matt Clark is far from over. Spoilers hint that Nick will soon join forces with Adam Newman on a mission fraught with danger, one that could finally confront Matt's shadowy presence. Every scene teases the uncertainty, the suspense, and the relentless push and pull between power, revenge, and the desperate desire to protect those you love. Through every heated confrontation, whispered plan, and frantic search, this week on The Young and the Restless promises to deliver the kind of emotional intensity and gripping drama that leaves viewers on the edge of their seats. Betrayal, loyalty, fear, and determination collide in a symphony of human emotion where every decision carries weight and every action has consequences that could echo through Genoa City for years to come. As the week unfolds, audiences will be drawn into the storm, feeling the heat of Phyllis's fury, the desperation of Devon and Nate, and the tension simmering at the Newman Ranch. And just when it seems the pieces might finally settle, the shadow of Matt Clark looms, reminding everyone that in Genoa City, peace is fleeting and danger is never far away. This is more than just a week of drama. It's a cinematic journey through fear, hope, and the raw, unfiltered intensity of life in the Newman and Winters worlds. And as the story threads weave together, viewers are left holding their breath, wondering who will rise, who will fall, and who will be strong enough to survive the storm. As the week presses on, the city of Genoa City feels smaller, heavier, like every street and every corner could be hiding secrets waiting to explode. Matt Clark's freedom isn't just a headline, it's a shadow looming over every Newman and everyone connected to them. His release sets a chain reaction that threatens to unravel years of careful planning, of alliances forged and broken, of trust shattered in the blink of an eye. Back at Crimson Lights, the aftermath of Phyllis's confrontation with Daniel lingers like smoke in the air. The cafe is quieter now, but the tension hums beneath the surface. Phyllis's fury is raw and palpable. Every word she speaks feels like a hammer striking against fragile alliances. Daniel, caught between loyalty to Cain and the fragile threads of his own conscience, struggles to respond. His eyes betray the conflict within, a mixture of guilt, fear, and determination. Tessa, ever the calming presence, watches silently, sensing the storm about to break. But even she cannot stop it. Phyllis's wrath is a force of nature, and viewers are left holding their breath, waiting for the inevitable fallout. Meanwhile, Devon and Nate take Abby's encouragement to heart. The Winters trio is united by fear, by hope, and by the unwavering need to protect the people they love. As they follow the lead about Lily, the tension builds scene by scene. Each step forward feels like wading through shadows, each clue leading them closer to the truth, but also closer to danger. The camera lingers on Devon's face as he processes the weight of responsibility, the unspoken fear that every decision could carry devastating consequences. Nate, a steady hand beside him, mirrors that concern but hides it behind determination. And Abby, watching them go, feels the sharp sting of helplessness, the frustration of not being able to do more, but also the pride of knowing they're willing to risk everything. Across town, the Newman Ranch is a powder keg of anxiety. Nikki's concern is tender but firm. Victor's attempts to steady the family are impressive, but even he cannot fully quell the storm within Nick. Every word they exchange is loaded with the unspoken dread of what Matt could do, of what chaos he could unleash next. The camera shifts between close-ups of each face, capturing the subtle tremors of fear, the clenched jaws of determination, the haunted look of a family on the brink. Nick's fury escalates, his voice cutting through the room like a blade. "We can't wait for him to come back. We have to stop him before it's too late." His resolve is fierce, but it also underscores the terrifying reality. Matt is unpredictable, dangerous, and entirely untethered. The tension reaches a new height when hints emerge that Nick and Adam Newman will soon be forced into an uneasy alliance. Two brothers, once rivals, now united by the common threat of Matt Clark. The air between them is thick with history, resentment, betrayal, and love intertwined, but necessity drives them forward. Together, they embark on a mission fraught with danger, one that could finally confront Matt's elusive and volatile presence. Every scene pulses with suspense as they navigate the fine line between strategy and obsession, between control and chaos. And just when the audience thinks they've grasped the full extent of the danger, Y&R pulls them deeper into the web. Phyllis, her anger still smoldering, begins to make moves that could change everything. Every decision she makes is calculated, each reaction charged with emotion. Her fury is no longer just about betrayal. It's about power, about control, about protecting the life she's built while navigating the constant threat of those who would destroy it. The audience feels it with her, the tightness in her chest, the racing heartbeat, the precarious balance between revenge and preservation. Meanwhile, Devon, Nate, and Abby inch closer to uncovering the truth about Lily's disappearance. The suspense is palpable, every twist of the story is met with tension that feels almost tangible. When they finally get closer to a clue, the scene slows, the world narrowing down to the faintest glimmers of hope. Their relief is muted, careful, aware that one wrong move could undo everything, but even in the face of fear, there's light. Moments of connection, of trust, of shared determination that remind viewers why the Winters family is so resilient. Back at the Newman Ranch, the threat of Matt Clark continues to dominate every conversation, every plan, every waking thought. The patriarchal tension between Victor, Nick, and Nikki underscores the precariousness of power and the fragility of safety. Victor, ever the strategist, begins to make contingency plans, but Nick's instinct is immediate action. The contrast between them heightens the drama. Strategy versus urgency, experience versus emotion, patience versus instinct. The audience is pulled into every heartbeat, every pause, every whispered calculation. As the week culminates, viewers will witness moments of reckoning. Phyllis' wrath and ambition, Daniel's guilt and struggle, Devon and Nate's courage and fear, Abby's hope and resolve, and Nick and Adam's precarious alliance all intersect in a tapestry of suspense, emotion, and high-stakes drama. The tension is relentless, the stakes impossibly high, and the outcomes uncertain. Every frame of this week's episodes is crafted to keep hearts racing and emotions raw. Betrayal, power struggles, fear, hope, and love collide with cinematic intensity. The Young and the Restless reminds viewers once again why Genoa City is a place where every choice matters, every action reverberates, and no one, not even the Newmans, can ever truly predict what comes next. By the final scene of the week, the city feels alive with suspense. Every character is tested, every relationship strained, and every secret threatens to explode. And yet, amidst the tension and danger, there are glimmers of hope. The courage to act, the love that binds family together, and the resilience of those willing to fight for what they hold dear. The week of February 23rd, 27 promises not just drama but a journey, a cinematic ride through fear, betrayal, hope, and determination. It's a story where every heartbeat counts, every glance conveys unspoken emotion, and every moment matters. In Genoa City, peace is fragile, danger is ever present, and the drama never stops, making this week one of the most intense, emotionally gripping chapters in The Young and the Restless. Yet,